Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WCTV Executive Vodcast. I'm David.
I'm Brennen.
I'm Shon.
Kyle.
Matthew.
Kyle's finally back.
Yeah, come on.
Welcome back, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you. I would be in North Hills again tonight. It's been a run. I think I've been at MSA headquarters like the last 4 Mondays.
Yeah, you've
We're
been
doing some type
been
of
off.
thing.
Real
Shooting
quick,
some
Kyle,
sport
can
thing.
you tell us about these 710 miles you've driven in the past 4 days?
750.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's no reason to talk about that right now.
No, it's impressive. Kyle.
Well, I mean,
Kyle's-
100 mile of that is
Miles.
doing. Yeah, you're right. 100 miles.
we can finally talk about that.
100 miles.
Yeah, we
of
talked
it.
about that a month ago.
Yeah, we've been... Okay, so we got to get into that real quick. Shon has been bringing up an argument that Kyle has needed to be here to have.
Sure.
And that is that the plurality of words and proper grammar and plurality.
Yeah.
It's not like he's alone in doing this either.
No.
Yeah, no,
it's-
Kyle's not
A
alone.
majority
There's
of the
a-
comm department, sports broadcasting majors now do it.
So Kyle, why do people just not say the S?
It was
on
kind of
words?
just a thing that we started.
It was like an accident that, like the Powerpuff Girls, that's like
What do you
it's an
mean?
accident.
No, it wasn't.
Powerpuff
It was
Girls were an
entirely
accident.
planned. It was the
You guys planned to start this.
It was the
Oh,
Sunday.
You planned to speak.
Yes, it was the Sunday before school started. We were all sitting in a room and we said the thing this year is going to be there's no plural words.
That's been going for that long.
Yes,
No plural
It
words?
just hasn't been incredibly obvious.
Yeah, no plural word.
Well, yes, no plural words.
So I make fun of them all the time for that because I hate it, but I will be honest, the only one that I follow with is saying yike.
Yikes!
Yikes.
Oh, I love yike.
That's the
Yike
best
rather
one.
than yikes,
Yeah, yike's
and
pretty
relax
Oh,
rather
bro,
than
you
relax.
stop. But no, it's bad because like we'll start doing like professional things and we'll accidentally say.
I've only
singular
messed
words
up
over
once.
plural. It's-
I-
You
I-
said
I-
during a
it hasn't
broadcast,
happened.
Yeah,
right?
I did. I said it. I forget exactly what the play was, but it was during a football broadcast, and I was with Donnie Chedrick, one of our buddies, and I said something to the effect of the guy runs out of bounds with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and I caught myself as soon as I did it and punched the wall to my left, and Donnie just starts laughing on the air.
Did I
It was
not
funny.
tell you a month and a half ago?
It's only happened
that,
once.
That you were going to do it on a broadcast.
It's only happened once. I had 5 broadcasts
That's pretty
in the
funny.
last 4 days, and I didn't do it once.
Initially, when they started this thing, like I thought they were actually like doing it because they thought it was right. Like
It is right.
I honestly thought they were doing it because they believed it was right what
It
they
is
were
right.
doing. I was like, "There's no way,
It's right.
no way."
Dude,
Exact quote from Kyle Dawson. You can prove that I'm grammatically wrong, but I'm right.
yeah.
End quote.
Yike.
Dave, what was your first topic?
That was my first topic.
Oh, really?
Kyle's back.
Oh wow, Kyle's back.
Come on now.
Kyle came back the very next day.
David was pretty livid about Halloween before this.
It's true. It is Halloween today.
I was livid.
Kyle was pretty livid about
Yeah.
Halloween. before
Yeah.
this. Never mind.
I wasn't livid.
Apparently you don't like Halloween.
It's not that I
What
don't
color
like
is
Halloween.
this shirt? Orange.
It's a WCTV shirt.
This color. This is black.
Okay.
Black, Halloween, spooky.
None of us dressed up.
Gray and red.
I want to dress up as Matt Schinkel one day and just wear a sweater.
See, most importantly, my favorite part about Halloween is the
I
fact
love
that
sweaters.
the day after Halloween is the first day of Christmas. Just kidding. But
What do you mean?
I noticed, like, you roll into Walmart at the start of, like, October, midway through October, they already have Christmas decorations up.
Yes.
I was in Walmart
Yeah.
yesterday. They had Christmas decorations up where the Halloween
I
decorations
had an
should
easier
be.
time finding Christmas stuff than I did Halloween
Right.
stuff.
Before
Yeah, they
before
have a
fall
whole
break.
Right
um,
angle dedicated to Christmas in there.
Before fall break, I went into Walmart, and when I went to find Halloween candy, I found Christmas candy.
Ridiculous. I'm trying to get a Reese's pumpkin and I'm
Meanwhile,
Reese's
I went
Freeze.
to the Waynesburg Walmart. I went to the Spirit Store in South Hills and the Target in South Hills, and not a single store had devil horns.
Oh, costumes.
Yes.
Okay.
Like
Gotcha.
the
Yeah.
horns.
What do
Literally,
you
all I
mean-
needed was
What do
devil
you mean
horns.
costume? Do you think they just sold like?
I thought that
actual
like a
horns for
devil's
devil?
horn was like some kind of reference to some kind of like candy bar or like
Wow. Okay.
Like
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's the story?
Why
Crack
was
open
the
a
name of
devil's
candy
horn.
bar Devil's
I don't
Horn?
know, why are there
Devil's horn
deviled
candy bar.
eggs? Like
I don't know why they're called deviled eggs. That's the point.
why?
They're really spicy.
That's actually,
Are
it's
they?
why are they called deviled eggs?
They're pretty
That
good.
might have to be a Google, to be honest.
Coolest
Google.
Halloween
Yeah, go ahead,
costume
give that
you've
a Google.
seen.
I'm gonna
this
Google
year.
that.
Why are they called
Have you guys
deviled
seen
eggs?
any cool Halloween costumes?
Well, I dressed.
Yeah.
I haven't dressed up for Halloween in probably like 5 years until this year. We did a costume run with the cross country team. I dressed up.
Always cute.
What?
Always cute.
I did. I dressed up as 3-hole punch Jim,
There we go.
Oh,
yeah, there we go.
Office.
and then
I saw that.
2 days ago, again the whole cross country team had like a get together at one of the houses, and I went as another costume from The Office. I think it was like season 3. It might have been later than that actually. Jim didn't want to dress up, so he just got a name tag and wrote Dave on it. So I went as Dave. I think you saw me.
Me?
Yeah, I was leaving the house before that. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you just didn't notice it. I didn't
probably
name tag.
didn't notice.
I just went as Dave.
Dave Cross, that is scary.
Yeah, you're not scary looking enough for that. Kyle, what were you for Halloween?
Oh, wait, deviled
when?
eggs.
This year?
Deviled
Yes.
We got, hold on, I got the deviled eggs answer. So apparently the deviled, in reference to the food, was started using in the 18th century, and it became most used often when referring to eggs prepared with mustard, pepper, or other ingredients stuffed in the yolk cavity. I don't know why it's.
Speaking of which, a friend of mine dressed up as a deviled
It
egg.
says spicy or zesty food,
Yeah,
so I'm assuming.
I saw. Yep.
I'm
She
assuming that there's
she
more
had
than just
horns.
a devil.
This is
A
just
tail.
going full circle right now.
We're talking about eggs right now, to be honest.
Well, no, it's not.
But
He's
yeah,
the one who
she
was
had on
related to-
horn,
yeah.
devil horns, a red tail,
Ooh.
and a white shirt with
Yeah,
a
with
yellow
the-
circle
yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
Okay,
She
makes
was a
sense.
deviled egg.
I wish I could say
Creativity at
that.
its finest.
I wish I could say that we planned to talk about that, but that just worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it has.
So Kyle, did you not end up dressing as anything this year?
This year, no.
No.
What was the
No, I
last
was
time
at
you dressed
Teal.
up?
I was at Teal on Saturday night, so I was
No,
not.
did you see any cool costumes? I heard there were a lot of.
Yeah,
people
there.
dressed
So
up.
it
Sancho
was
there.
trick or treat day, and I think they did the trick or treating in Greenville on Saturday night rather than tonight, which makes sense. But let's see, there was a kid. There was a Harry Potter that I thought was a Ron Weasley just because he was a ginger. What else?
How do
was
you not
there?
just want to be Ron at that point?
I don't remember what else there
Yeah.
was.
Because everyone already calls you Weasley, so you're trying to know. Weasley.
Yeah, I didn't see any. I mean, I don't remember what the kids were wearing.
Probably the cooler costumes I have observed this Halloween season is I know
Steve Bartman
Shinkle hasn't seen
was
any
good.
of these because his city doesn't have very many Stanley Cups.
Yeah,
Nice.
There were a
Yeah.
lot of those.
As soon as
Especially
you
not recently.
Nice.
that
Yeah.
have been there.
before you
Definitely not
said that,
recently.
I knew you were gonna go.
Very
there.
But
nice of you.
there's always those. There were a lot of people who the girl was dressed as a Stanley Cup, and then the guy was wearing a Pens jersey. So there were a lot of those this season.
Mhm.
I like them.
Yeah. Oh, side note, there was
Phil
I saw-
Kessel's a
I'll
Stanley
enjoy
Cup
my
champion.
World Series rings.
You can take those.
And
Phil
that's
Kessel's a
28
Stanley
years.
Cup champion.
Yes.
Yes. As per Barack Obama.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah. Side note, I saw a picture where a guy was dressed up as some Toronto Maple Leafs
Yeah.
person, and his girlfriend or date, whatever, was dressed in a Stanley Cup on, and they're like, yeah, he's not going to win her over.
He's not taking her home.
I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
but,
also a big fan of Donnie's Kevin Owens because
yeah.
it's
He didn't
He
have
looks
to
like
dress up.
Kevin
It's
Owens.
an
He didn't do
identical
anything.
match.
He
He didn't
already
have to
owned
dress up.
everything. We used to buy him
Yeah.
a WWE championship
It's
belt.
an
He was good to
identical
go.
match. It's not even. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, I went to Kennywood Fright Night this past Saturday.
Did you see any clowns?
There were one
Did
of
you
the
hit them with a
chainsaw.
car?
No, I was trying to
normally
avoid
the whole
one.
section around the kangaroo at Kennywood is Clownville.
I hate clowns.
Really?
Yeah, like everywhere in front of the Jackrabbit and Garfield's Nightmare.
Yeah.
That whole area
Yeah.
is like nice and spooky.
Shout out to that cat.
Mhm.
Yeah, that used to be the tunnel.
Where
No, well, it was the Tunnel of Love, and then it was Old Maid.
Yeah, and that became Garfield's
Yeah.
Nightmare.
yeah, but on the whip side of the Pittsburgh Plunge Lake
Nice.
there, the little pond, that
Yeah.
whole area was like a zombie infested
Spooky,
place.
man.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was like super spooky.
Is that like the area where
Got like
people
trash everywhere.
there's that like ride where you can the swing shot ride?
What do you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. That was a little bit ahead of it. But walking near the Thunderbolt,
Yeah.
past I think There's that one haunted house thing there that's there year round, like year round, try to like shoot the
Ghost
ghosts.
Wood Estate.
Yeah, Ghost Wood Estate.
Yeah.
So I'm walking by there, and there's like this little photo booth thing where it's like it's supposed to be like an outhouse, but you can take pictures in or whatever. So we're walking by that, and I look up to my right, and there's this guy dressed up as a scarecrow, kind of like the Scarecrow villain from Batman, but he wasn't like that. He was like all decked out in like all this ghillie suit stuff, but I can tell like he looked like a potato bag for a head. So that's what it looked like, but it looked like there was some sort of machine operating that head that the guy was wearing. I mean, he was definitely a dude, but whenever the guy like opened his mouth, the mouth like opened up half the head, and like all these teeth and this forked tongue came out. It looked really impressive.
This is a person?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Okay, so he was wearing an animatronic mask.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get at. But it was pretty realistic. I looked at that, well, that's a cool touch, you know. And then I opened its mouth, I'm like, oh, it was really, like these gnarly looking teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably my the most impressive costume at the park. So.
Nice.
Tell me if I'm going to interrupt you. Tell me if you saw this. I saw way too many people for whatever reason dressed up as Squints and Wendy Pepper.
Oh my
from
goodness!
Sandlot.
Yeah.
How did like?
I thought
Squints
that's
is the
so,
dude. First
no,
of all,
easily, yeah. But that's so out of right field.
I thought
like how do people?
Yeah.
I thought Harley.
Like it's
Quinn
not
was
like a
gonna
new
be the
Sandlot
big one.
movie came out or anything. What?
Harley Quinn was supposed to be like the big one for girls wearing
Yeah.
guys are supposed to be like Donald Trump or like costumes like that. But like the big ones I saw this year again were Squints and
Yeah.
the
Like
Black Card.
where did that come from?
I don't know. I probably
People
have seen it
intentionally
on
not being Harley Quinn to not be like the main sugar.
Okay, but it's weird for them to all come up with the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
There was a guy today at lunch in the cafeteria dressed up as a ladybug, and we were all there.
yeah,
Toward the end of like the lunch,
this was
Butterfly.
incredible.
you know,
It was a
Yeah.
beautiful butterfly.
oh, that's right, it was a butterfly, but it was like red with like black polka dots.
Yeah.
So he's got these little wings on, little antennas, whatever. He stands up on top of one of the tables. He's like, "Alrighty, everybody, listen up! I have an announcement to make." And of course, a ton of the athletes in the back
Shut
like
up.
telling him to like get down, everything
Sit
like
down.
that. He's like, "I'm a beautiful butterfly."
Sit down.
Well, somebody on the table next to him picks up their popcorn and chucks it at him. Hits him right in the neck.
Oh, the poor
It was
guy.
so funny.
Why was I not there for that?
It was
hysterical.
hilarious.
It
was
was
so
somebody-
funny.
Was that at the end of lunch?
Lost.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like at 12:50.
Well, yeah, I was
He's
gone.
like, I'm a
Somebody lost
beautiful
that.
butterfly, and then he gets roasted.
That's awesome. Or someone won a bet.
Wait, can we? We're gonna talk about how awesome the calf was today after Dave tells us about this
Yeah.
Halloween.
Okay, so my roommate, housemate, was dressed up as Ken Bone.
Yeah, he had a sick
Yeah.
sweater.
Yeah, that was
Nice
pretty
sweater.
clutch. He had the fake mustache and everything. He had a name tag that says, "Hello, my name is Ken Bone." And then halfway through the night, I ended up being number 2 for Austin Powers.
It's a win.
I actually stole your former roommate's eye patch.
Yeah, he had my sweatpants, so
Yeah,
I wasn't even at the
it's not a Halloween
campus.
unless you're borrowing people's clothing.
Yeah, I
apparently.
wasn't even on campus, so.
I just like how hefty the guy dressed as Ken Bone just walked into our house and was like, "Yo, can I borrow your sweater?" Like went straight to my closet and took it. So,
Nice of him.
yeah. But no, Halloween today and the calf, like the calf went all out. Like they had wing, like chicken wings and stuff. They had this.
The wings
like,
were good.
The wings were good. Buffalo, General
and
So,
barbecue.
barbecue.
They had this pork loin thing, which is basically like a log of meat, and then they had like a pair of Timberlands on the end of it.
Yeah,
So,
that
like,
made
it
me
was a
feel
severed leg.
That made me feel uneasy. Though.
Like I was
Well,
just
I
glad the
literally
calf bought
said that
Tim's.
this is a cafeteria, and I haven't been here in weeks, so I don't know if you guys have talked about it. This is a cafeteria that is notorious for undercooking chicken, and they have a Timberland boot on food.
I was a little worried about
Sanitary.
seeing. Like it was like, yeah, it's a joke. It's pretty funny, but I was worried. Like, is that a used boot?
That's what I'm
Did
saying.
they go out?
Did
and
they
buy
sanitize
it?
Yeah, I think
it?
they straight up bought a brand new pair of $100 Tim's and then put them on that piece of meat.
And then is the rest of the meat that's in that boot, like when they get down to that part of the meat, are they just gonna like take that boot off and then cut that meat and give it to people?
They
Like
better
I
not
don't
be.
want that.
Did they sanitize that boot?
I don't know.
That's a little worrisome. I like how we're like.
Can I get a
and they're
plate of
inside.
that
I was
boot,
furious
please?
about
Can I
it.
just take the boot?
I was furious about
See, I
it.
was
I
still.
saw it.
I thought the food was delicious.
I mean, it was good,
Punch.
I didn't have the mac and cheese. Was it good?
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was like ghostly white mac and cheese. They had a supreme pizza that was insane. They had
It
like
wasn't-
teriyaki pizza.
Glad they can try for other holidays and.
I don't
This
go
is
to the
wrong.
calf anymore.
Neither
I
does
wouldn't
Keenan.
either. Well, yeah, that's a long story and a half. Not for the podcast. Keeney and the calf.
Keeney and the Calf. It sounds like a short story you read to a child.
Keeney and the calf's
and
like
the
cool.
calf.
Or
Yeah.
Keeney and the Calf,
Yeah.
like Benny and the Jets. Coming at you soon.
Halloween.
So what do we got going on? Any of you guys got some big projects coming up in?
Well, we should say
WCTV.
the election night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the live election night special.
Yeah,
Next,
it's brought to you
next
by
week.
Ryan Schwartfager and Co. 8 o'clock Tuesday night. Join us for election night in Waynesbury. It's your host, Ryan Schwartfager, brings you up-to-date statistics on the election, the people, the population. 8 o'clock here.
The
Not
email
here.
scandal that's returned.
Yeah.
It
has.
It's back.
hasn't.
They reopened that.
It's not.
I know. It's supposedly it's actually an investigation into someone
just
else
so
They
sad.
through her
found. They
email
found.
She was
six-
innocent.
They found.
Free my girl
You think
Hillary.
so?
She
That's a
ain't
little
done nothing
much.
wrong.
They found 650,000 emails
It's like
on
saying Donald
that
Trump's done nothing
on that
wrong.
guy's email server, and they found Hillary Clinton's name in some of them. So they said these might be related to Hillary Clinton and the case.
Guys, watch. Delete. Yikes. Me and Hillary have a lot in common now.
Heard it's
So they
Skype.
said.
Delete.
So they said it might be related to
You didn't
the
need
case.
I
So
hope
then
too.
that's where it all came from. And now there's misinformation with people thinking that now there's more emails that she didn't turn over, which there can be. I'm not saying there isn't. There can be. But right now there's no evidence supporting either side.
I
So
heard a
everyone
lot.
is just freaking out, literally, over not knowing anything.
Let's not bring up politics in the podcast.
Oh, I wasn't gonna. I was just bringing up that she's
We'll be
under
clear that
investigation.
we don't support Hillary or Trump.
Yeah.
Is anybody here not voting independent?
I'm not voting.
I'm not voting. I 110% I believe everyone should vote, but if no one is worth your vote, you don't vote.
I agree.
And
I feel like writing in some joke. Like if I wrote in Sidney Crosby for
Do you want to?
and Sidney Crosby can't be the president, but if I wrote in Sidney
I mean,
Crosby,
he
just,
can.
just as a fun example.
No, he can't.
He's not-
He's
he's
not
not
a
even
West
here?
Point
I
citizen.
thought it was one.
So I can't write in, but
What? I'm not a Pittsburgh Penguin.
for
fan.
for fun's sake, if I'm not gonna write in Sidney Crosby, just so I say I can vote.
How about you go? You write in Maddie Shink. I'll write in.
Well, Maddie Shink
Kay
isn't
Dawson.
allowed to run for president either.
You're not old enough.
We can
Neither
still
is
do
Kay
it.
Dawson.
I gotta be 35. I know, but we can still do it.
I don't think I'm voting, not because I don't want to vote, but because I can't get back to where I'm from to vote,
Yeah,
and I
that's
messed
my-
up
oh,
getting
yeah.
my mail.
That's a pretty big problem too.
yeah.
I think the date's already passed for that too.
Yeah, I definitely messed up getting
The
my
absentee
absentee ballot and
Yeah.
can't get back. Only because it's on a Tuesday and
We
we
got
do
the
a
club
newscast
going
on
up.
Tuesdays.
Yeah, some girl flagged me down outside the calf, and I was gonna go eat on a Saturday. And she's like, "Yeah, you voting?" I said, "Yeah, I plan to." She said, "Are you able to vote here?" I'm like, "Nope." So I filled out this form, and I got something in the mail saying I can go down the road and vote here on
All right,
campus.
That's clutch.
Well, just right off campus in the town of Waynesburg.
Yeah.
When's that?
What's up?
When is that?
I think you had to fill out the form, right?
Yeah, it was some
Oh, yeah.
form like a month ago.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you're gonna vote though?
Yes, I plan on voting.
Good stuff.
No. I don't think there's any reason to vote if you're not voting. Like Johnson's not going to win.
Well, the Senate's more
well,
important than the
well,
presidency anyway.
The
Yeah.
point is that if you don't vote,
You have
no
nothing
matter
to
who gets
complain.
elected, you
Yeah.
cannot complain because you did not vote
Try.
against them.
Yeah, but my one vote wouldn't matter in the
Oh, I
grand
hate
scheme.
that
In the grand
argument.
scheme of the presidential election is what I'm saying. I don't-
But everybody saying my
Yeah.
one vote won't matter.
Yes.
If they all voted, it would matter.
Yes.
Yeah, I just feel like this is the first year I have the opportunity to vote. I think it's a right as a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, do it.
I want to exercise it. You know, I want to have that privilege to vote for the leader of our country.
I'm the same way. I hate myself that I might not be voting, but I registered to vote. It's just that
Yeah.
I physically can't get back
Same.
home.
I voted in the primaries. If I was able to get home sometime,
I'm
I'm
a
Yeah,
member.
I would
That's what I
vote.
would.
If I do vote, I will not vote for a presidential candidate
Yeah, because
because I just don't find any way. And
Pam Snyder.
yeah, baby.
Yeah.
This is not an endorsement for Miss Pam Snyder. You just know a guy who's the
The community
chief
for
of
like
staff.
Pam Snyder did not pay for this programming.
Nate
So
Rigotti.
the we have a couple football people here. The NFL. What is with overtimers?
Oh, the No Fun League.
Two ties. That actually works out pretty well. We've had 2 ties.
Yeah.
We've had an overtime game with the Eagles and Cowboys that left me
wanna know
incredibly upset.
You want to know what the most meaningless statistic I've probably ever seen this year on a football or a sports broadcast that I saw today was?
I have no idea.
Browns
The
are
last time there were 2 NFL ties
Oh, I
in
know
one
this.
season,
Yep.
the Cleveland Indians won or lost the World Series in 7 games.
That is not relevant.
It doesn't
Or is
matter.
That's not.
insane.
It doesn't matter.
Those are,
That's
I
cool.
love those.
That's
Like,
cool.
It's
Those are
really
fun.
cool and ironic that the Indians have a chance to lose it in 7 games, but it's not relevant.
Let me-
It is
Because there's
relevant.
no
I wanna
correlation.
I
What do
wanna
you
see
mean?
Cleveland.
There's no correlation.
I want to see
Obviously,
Cleveland lose.
obviously, there's no
Very
correlation between like.
superstitious.
Obviously, there's no correlation between like one happening making the other.
You want to
therefore
talk about
happen as well.
I'll give you a correlation. The Black Cat and Steve Bartman and the Billy Goat.
There's obviously no correlation
108
between
years, baby. It'll be
between
109
that
after
one thing
this week.
happening. There's no correlation between that one thing happening and the other one happening. But it's still cool to see that Cubs Indians
Yeah.
in the World Series. The Indians could potentially lose Game 7, and that happened twice in a row.
I want Cleveland to lose for the sole fact that they won after a 3-1 deficit in basketball. And I want to see the same thing happen, but in favor of the Cubs this
Nice of you.
series.
I want to see the Indians win just because I want to see the Cubs be tortured.
But see, I never want
And
Cleveland
Yeah, they don't want
to
to.
say we're the city of champions.
Yeah.
I
They
never
They
ever
already
want to
did.
hear
They
those
have
two
no
things
already
in
did from the
sentence.
Cavaliers.
They have no
Well,
argument.
it's just
with
one
that.
team, though. It's just one team. Like back whenever the Steelers, we ended up winning the Stanley Cup and the
Pittsburgh
Super
is
Bowl
not
in one
the
year.
city
I feel like that's appropriate. What?
In one season, Pittsburgh could call itself the City of Champions, but Pittsburgh is not the City of Champions.
No, right now we're not because we only have one title to our name this year.
Isn't it technically Boston?
Yes, it should be Boston.
What?
Because
City
Boston's
of
got like
Champions.
18,000 NBA championships.
The
The
Celtics.
Patriots are amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
Belichick.
the Patriots are probably the worst team in Boston in terms of a franchise history. You have the Celtics.
I like that
Not
Gronkowski
currently,
guy.
yeah.
He's
No,
fun.
not currently. You have the
No,
Celtics.
I'm just it makes complete sense.
you have the
but I'm just
Celtics
like,
in the NBA. You have
that's
the
ri-
Red Sox in the MLB, and oh, God.
That's ridiculous to
And
think about.
HL,
'cause
you have the Bruins.
That's ridiculous to think about because
Yeah.
they've won 3 Super Bowls in 12
since,
years.
Yeah, since Brady's there.
Hey, we have
It's still a
bridges
good
in our
good
city.
amount.
Yeah. You have bridges in your city?
Yeah.
Did you say?
Lots of them.
Yeah.
The Clemente
The
Bridge,
one's burning.
the Liberty Bridge, RIP, the Fort Pitt Bridge.
The
I
Fort
think
Pitt
Philly has 3.
Try again.
Here's another topic. We're all Pittsburgh guys. Shinkle might know a little bit about this. The Fort Pitt Bridge. I notice this every time I drive on it, but whoever constructed that, I would like to dig up,
And make them.
physically maim, and put back in the ground. Who designed that bridge?
What? Because you
There's 2-lane coming on
because
here,
you have 100
2-lane
yards.
coming on here, and you have
Stop.
to
Did
You
you
got
hear him
people
say lane?
coming from here
Lane.
trying to get over here.
and you have to interchange the lanes, and then the people on the right lane, if you're not
If-
going over to the right side, get in the left lane
Yeah.
so that these
Well,
people can merge in.
The off ramp
They-
for 51 goes from 2 lanes to 1 lane, and it doesn't give you a
It's
sign.
also screwed up coming out because if you want to go to MSA Studios, which is where I've been the last couple of weeks on Mondays, or to go past the city, you have to go from the right to the leftmost lane on the bridge coming out into Pittsburgh, which another thing I'm going to bring up about the Fort Pitt Bridge in a second, but to get into that 279 lane, you have to go all the way to the left.
Yeah,
And it's across 3 lanes of
Dawson
traffic.
is heated.
Especially in like
Okay,
rush
I
hour.
mean,
No wonder
and the
they
other thing
stack
about
up.
the Fort Pitt Bridge, and I am from Pittsburgh, and I love the view coming
Oh,
out
love
of the
it.
Fort Pitt Bridge.
Keep
But
following
if
me on
I see
Snapchat,
another
you see it.
Snapchat ever again, it's so prototypical. Literally every time it's not just you either, but every time someone from Pittsburgh goes through the Fort Pitt Bridge, oh, this view's amazing.
It
That
is
is-
amazing.
It is, but
It's annoying though.
It's annoying.
Every Friday, I've got to get 15 million Snapchats on my story of people saying, "Look, I'm in Pittsburgh again." Like,
I don't
we
have a
know.
caption. I have a filter, and I have a hit song playing. It's usually some Jimmy Wapo, some Ray Shrem.
All right, Kyle. This Friday I'm gonna change it up. When I
It's
come out of the
really
Fort Pitt
cool.
tunnel, I'm gonna have it facing the back of my car. So that way you see just the entrance of the tunnel like getting smaller as
No,
You
as
should
you
do
go.
it as you leave.
You're gonna
So
have
you
someone in the back seat
That's
taking
what
a
I
picture
wanna
of
do.
the
Yeah,
tunnel.
Yeah.
You should do
Kyle
it.
Dawson.
You should do it as you leave Pittsburgh when you get out of the tunnel into like where you're like in the middle of that.
darn,
like,
go
mountain.
into the tunnel, can't see the view.
All right. Whenever I come out of the Squirrel Hill tunnel, Kyle, I'll do it for you.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Squirrel Hill
Squirrel Hill Tunnel's the goat.
It's disappointing. You just go through.
You know what?
And nothing.
Here's the other thing about Pittsburgh traffic, and I think this goes for traffic everywhere, and tunnels everywhere. People need to just drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
A lot of
unbelievable.
times.
Like the Squirrel Hill Tunnel, the Fort Pitt. It's the Fort Pitt Tunnel too. And I understand the merging points are ridiculous. I've explained this with my little drawings on the thing, but the Fort Pitt Tunnel is atrocious. The Squirrel Hill Tunnel is a straight shot. There's no merging.
Now,
And
here's
drive.
the logic. Here's the logic in Pittsburgh tunnels. When you're driving up to the entrance of the tunnel, you're going to see 8 signs that all say maintain speed through tunnel.
Yeah.
And the first thing people do once they get in eye shot of the entrance, brakes.
Well, I sat in traffic, so I got off exit. It's 59A off 79 to go into Pittsburgh. That like 3 mile stretch from that exit to the tunnels took me 40 minutes to get through the other day. It was ridiculous. I was trying to get to a Pens game. It was like 6:30. I was like, oh, I have plenty of time to get there. 40 minutes.
Did they win or lose?
The Pens?
Yeah.
They won. It was 3-2 against Florida Panthers, I believe.
Surprise.
Crosby's comeback game.
It's upset.
And the dude scored.
Stud.
So you know what's great about Pittsburgh traffic though? For me at least, I live about 30 minutes east of Pittsburgh, and I drive from Waynesburg up there. I go up 79 to 70, and instead of going left and getting back on 79 and going through Pittsburgh, I get right. I go on the turnpike, and I'm home in 15 minutes less than if you guys don't see a single car the whole
I
time.
will say though that growing up in near
You're paying
Philly,
a toll. I'm not.
growing up in
My
Philly,
parents are easy pass.
Hey, come on.
growing up in Philly and near Philly and in South Jersey, Pittsburgh traffic is a breeze compared to Philadelphia traffic.
Yeah, I can never live in
DC
the city
is
at
bad.
all.
It is.
know,
Yeah, I've
DC
been there
is
too.
atrocious.
DC is
It is.
off.
It is refreshing to come to Pittsburgh and see like it's a beautiful
Like in the
city.
city in Pittsburgh's not actually that bad.
No,
like,
it's
physically
a
in the
beautiful city, and it's like I like the size of it, how it still feels like a city, but it's not overbearingly large like Philadelphia, New York, and Washington D.C. is.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a nice city with a lot of people, but it's not as compact as New York and Philly, and that's what I really like about it.
Pittsburgh's HOV lanes are absolutely pointless because no one ever uses them.
That's
They're
because
always
they're
closed.
But
They're always
you-
closed going out.
Yeah.
It has. The only way you can use them is going out up north.
Yeah, exactly. And which works out for me.
It doesn't matter because it's closed coming in and out is only during rush hour.
But if you
So
look at the
it's
HOV
irrelevant.
lanes in DC, they're almost as packed as like the freeway or the
Yeah,
parkway.
no, they are.
It's crazy. And their restrictions are you need to have 3 or more people in the car than just 2. They have like park and ride set up for HOV lanes in DC where you literally park at the park and ride and they have like a set lane for the HOV drivers and you drive with complete strangers into DC. My aunt's boyfriend, who works at the Pentagon, actually has to do that every morning on his commute. He'll literally park at the park and ride, get into a car with a complete stranger. He'll be like, "Yeah, go into the Pentagon." The guy will be like, "Okay," because it works out for the guy because he needs to use the park or he needs to use the HOV lane to get to work, and by having that other person, the other person gets a free ride, but this guy gets to be able to get to work on time because he's using the HOV lane.
Save the environment, carpool.
Carpool, baby.
Yeah.
The
It just
environment.
baffles me. Places
Climate
like
change.
New York City. Like New York City, the
Have you-
traffic is like it's gonna take you an hour to get down the block.
Oh, it disgusts me. Like emergency vehicles. have
Why?
all the time.
Why even own a car?
Yeah.
You could walk to
It's
work
like Japan.
faster.
People have bikes.
Have you seen? You just said something about
Climate
climate change. Have you seen the new documentary Before the Flood?
Nah, man.
Leonardo DiCaprio. They just put it on YouTube. Leonardo DiCaprio did it. You should go watch that as soon as you're
I
done
heard a
this thing.
commercial for that. It was like a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago it came
and
out.
then
right?
National Geographic is putting out Years of Living Dangerously Season 2, which is all devoted to climate change. They have people like Jack
Climate
Black.
change isn't real.
Jack.
That's something the government created.
No, the Chinese, Sean.
Oh, my bad.
It's like Jack Black, Cecily
so it's comedy.
Cecily Strong,
Global
No.
warming is real.
DiCaprio
Don
also.
Cheadle, a bunch of like
Don Cheadle.
actors go out there. Yeah,
That's a black Iron Man.
they went out to go do documentaries on different parts of the country. And world.
Okay, so speaking of
think we
China,
lost him.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Why is it that Americans just fear the rest of the world?
I don't fear the rest of the
I don't
world.
for the rest of the world.
I am
But-
the rest of the world.
But look at political advertisement.
They
Somebody
fear North
supports trade with China, and that's a reason to vote against them.
Well, yeah,
China's one
because-
of our
Yeah,
major
they're
business
talking about
partners.
outsourcing.
The idea is that they're taking jobs that Americans
they're
can have.
talking
Okay,
about
outsourcing is one thing, but trade with China is like we can't lose that. Like China and America will never go to war just because neither of us can afford losing each other.
Well, yeah, every time a country remains independent in trade and doesn't work with other countries, it usually precedes a depression.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you, by the way, in case.
I know. I took me a second to register where you were going with that, but
Taco Bell on November 2nd.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that
that's
free
right. There's free
tacos
tacos.
between 2
Yeah,
and 6.
this is a
Really?
stolen base.
I'm glad.
everybody wanted a way to
What?
get out of that conversation, and no one had.
Just watching your face go from Dave to the camera. Just changing topics that quickly. I'm sorry. Taco Bell. I'm a big fan of Taco Bell.
Huge fan. How about Chipotle had $3 burritos today if you dressed up.
Burritos. My parents both worked at Taco Bell together when they first started dating.
That's
Really?
cute.
Yeah.
My
Nice
parents
presser.
worked at a hotel.
What?
My parents worked at a hotel.
Oh, okay.
Where did
Chipotle's
Susie and Paul meet?
company took a hit this week.
Paul.
Chipotle's what company took
Yeah,
it?
they started a burger chain, or they tried to,
Glenn took a hit last week.
and it wasn't very good.
So did Abraham's. So
Well,
did
I'm sure it was
Abraham's, to be
better.
honest.
I'm sure it didn't hurt them as bad as the E. coli
Yeah, the E.
schedule.
coli one.
Yeah.
November 3rd is National Sub Day. If you go to Subway and you buy one sub and a drink, you get a free sub.
Is that true?
Yep.
When is that? November 3rd.
November 3rd,
Is that
here
like
we
Wednesday?
go. That's Thursday.
Say it again. If you
I
buy a sub, you get one free.
think. You buy a sub and a drink, you get a sub for free.
I'm so doing that.
Yeah, I'm doing
Me
it.
too.
And
What is
whenever
that,
you
Thursday?
save money on
Thursday.
that food,
I'm doing that.
you can donate it to Extra Life for WCTV's 24-hour Game-a-thon on Friday, November 11th.
Veterans Day.
Beautiful segue.
Like
dude.
5 years ago, that's when Skyrim came out, right? Came out on Veterans Day.
Yeah, it came out.
We're
I
probably
saw
running
Bo
low on
Burnham
time,
last
but that
year.
reminds me of just one more topic: Call of Duty versus Battlefield.
Never played
I
that.
never played Battlefield.
Currently,
I never
probably
have either.
Battlefield.
Well, I never had until this summer. I fully intend to buy Battlefield 1 this summer
It's
or
fun.
upcoming like Christmas and stuff. And I don't think I want Call of Duty. I said I wanted it after they released. They were going to do the Modern Warfare remastered. Don't think I'm going to do it.
I always
we
play
talked about
Nazis
this last
zombies.
week. It's not the
Yeah,
same
but we have two
anymore.
more people.
Yeah.
Call of Duty is just not the same to me anymore.
I just don't know
I played
Battlefield. I haven't
zombies.
played Call of Duty. I did love
Carl
zombies.
on duty.
Battlefield
Yeah.
Battlefield
I
stays towards the more realism aspects of.
I haven't
Combat.
played Call of Duty since
I've
like
never
5
played.
games ago. I don't like the futuristic style of it, and I might get Battlefield
Because it
because it's
seems
in
like
World War I.
Call of Duty is continuing to go up higher and higher and higher into space, where it becomes like I had this conversation with Dave before.
It's becoming Halo.
Yeah, exactly.
I like,
It's all prequel to Halo.
I like Pokemon.
Yeah, so where are they going to go after they reach into space?
It becomes
Where are they going to go?
I don't think Call of Duty is gonna last much longer.
No, I don't need
Because
it.
Battlefield's doing World War One, which
Call of Duty won't die.
I think it's amazing.
I don't think
Call
It's
of,
like Pokemon.
Call of Duty
It
is
keeps
too big
happening.
to fail. You just keep buying it anyways.
Yeah, it's
because
like
just-
Pokemon
I
games.
might
I haven't
buy it.
bought
It's
it.
like
I haven't
any
bought it.
series, any
Five.
Sonic franchise
It's
game
weird.
is the
I
same.
don't
Any
think I bought
Mario
it
game
since
is
Modern
the
Warfare
same.
2.
I haven't willingly bought it since Modern
Or
Warfare
Black
3.
Ops 2.
I got it
didn't
for
buy
like
Modern Warfare
I got a
3.
couple of them for like Christmas gifts and
But
stuff.
every single year, the next Call of Duty breaks the record for sales. Like
It's,
it's
like
just
a
it's
It's
as
like,
a franchise.
it's like
it's
there's
just
always going
too
to be
big to fail.
6-year-olds on the planet.
Assassin's
Exactly.
Creed is another game. They just like release
Hopefully.
new ones every year, and it's the same
Yeah.
old thing.
and those are all
But they
right.
have a movie coming out.
Well, I mean, the problem with Assassin's Creed is that after they developed like to a certain point with like their whole combat system and everything, kind of there wasn't anything really new that they could add to it, and
Listen, bottom line,
so it just ends up being
in
repetitive.
any war video game, the UMP-45 was the best gun.
No, because
You're wrong.
it's not in many of them.
Scar H was pretty good. The TAR
That's a good
21,
gun. Yeah,
the
TAR
FAMAS.
21.
I like
FAMAS.
the
Threw
Uzi
down
and Grand
burst
Theft
right
Auto.
there.
In Call of Duty 4, the MP5
Ray gun.
Intervention,
Zombies.
quick scope.
No.
You know, in World of War, you could get
Gorgon.
the ray gun in campaign.
Wow.
Yes, there was a certain.
That doesn't seem
Ray
fair.
gun and a thunder gun.
It was one of the first.
Thunder
It was one of the first
Plus.
missions. You're like on a boat and you're like invading
Oh,
one of the
Thunder.
islands, and you get off the boat and you fight off the beach. Normally you'd keep going, but if you wait artillery shells will land on the beach and make 4 puddles, and if you jump in them in the right order, another like a thing will land with a ray gun in it, and you get the ray gun.
Someone played Call of Duty too much.
Yes, that was back in my obsessive.
Or somebody looked on YouTube,
Well, the Whitfield brackets are out.
They are.
Yeah.
which is what I usually do.
Oh, I forgot these games aren't out.
Gucci.
So like Whitfield playoff games and stuff. 'Cause,
Yeah.
we'll be out doing them on Friday night.
And I'll
Maybe
be
at mutual
broadcasting one of them.
sites.
Yet to be known.
You
I
will?
will. I can
Which
get you
one?
Mapletown's
I
matchup
don't know.
right
I
here.
haven't gotten assigned it yet.
Oh, text me
I
about
think
that.
it's gonna be Mapletown for these guys.
No, Riverside now.
Tentatively.
Is at
Pull
Riverside.
up the
That's
1A
lame.
bracket. Northgate.
Wait,
Northgate,
are these games
that's
not at the mutual
That's a
site
heck
yet?
of a drive. You guys are Northgate.
Northgate who?
Northgate and Mapletown.
It's at Mapletown.
And no,
Sports.
It's gonna be at Northgate.
Oh,
And
Mapletown.
Carmichael's plays at home, but
Good.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up.
lots of football, lots of video games, lots of whatever, and
Lots of Halloween.
Terrible
trick-or-treating.
people.
Some bridges.
By the time we see you next time, it will be Christmas. Just kidding, because the whole month of November is Christmas.
It's next week.
By the time we see you next time, it'll be next week, just like it is every
hey,
week.
come on now.
Hey, come on, network.
Thanks for watching the WCTV Executive Vodcast. Please make sure to support us with our Extra Life stream. You can go to www.extra-life.org/participant/WCTVYT and subscribe to our channel for all of our awesome content coming in the future. Thanks.